Hello everyone and welcome to another custom build. This custom build is a giant ship. Now it actually doesn't look very giant just from this angle, but trust me, it is big. That is my minifigure and that is the ship. Now the lighting is poor because this is so big I can't actually fit it on my desk. So this is on my floor. And those are all my Lego storage bins behind it. So I'm going to be attempting to go through this ship and show you my different things on it and what I did. First of all, it's mostly built out of 2x4 bricks. I stacked them on top of each other to make it slowly slopes out on the bottom. And then it slows down its slope on the top. And it still slopes down at the back. The hardest part for ships for me are always the front. I used some black pieces because I ran out of white and gray. And I didn't have as many black pieces as I thought I would have had. So it ended up being a lot smaller black spot. But I tried to put it in an interesting position. There's a lot of minifigures around the ship because I was using this to play. So my sister has made minifigures. My two younger brothers have made people. So there's one of his there. This is like the captain of my ship here. Then you got the captain's son, which is more like the pirate. Because in my story, I was going to have him take over the pirate ship. Anyway, so I guess I'll start showing you the ship. First of all, I have masts. The two main ones are 3x3 and are mostly made with 1x2x5 bricks. So there's about 4 of them each. I guess layer, and it goes all the way up. There's one of my sister's minifigures on top using Captain Jack Sparrow's hair from Pirates of the Caribbean, and has a bunch of strange things. But anyway, you got the two main masts. Then you got the rear mast, which is just a bunch of 2x2 bricks stacked on top of each other. Then you got the front mast, which was originally same as the back mast, 2x2 bricks. But then it kept falling over. So I found a bunch of gray cylinder pieces. Originally I was trying to just use brown and white. But I found a bunch of gray ones, and then I put rods in them. One of my rods are actually bent, twisted somehow, so it's actually kind of twisted. It makes for an interesting twisted look on the top there. Then you got the front, and then I used Chima pieces to make a little eagle on the front with a spear for the figurehead. That's pretty much the masts. I have spots for sails. I thought about making paper sails or maybe brick built sails like the Lego Creator ship, but I didn't end up not doing both. So I just got big pieces going off to the sides to imitate sails. There's triangle piece here to make like a back sail, since all the ships seem to have like a back triangle sail. On the front, there's a rope going down, so you could maybe attach a sail here as well on the front. Most of the ships have triangle front sails as well. There's a bunch of ropes on this. There seems to always be them on ships. So I have a rope going from the point all the way up to the first mast goes to the second mast, third, and all the way to the back. And then I even got ropes because these are so unsturdy, because there's none of like Technic joints, they're just bricks. I even got ropes to sort of support them. They do help, attached to the railings that go up and attach into the masts on the two main masts. The other two don't have them. I got 3 crow's nests on my ship. There's one person in one. Then there's the deck of the ships. There's the pilot deck. I've used a wagon wheel for a steering wheel. There's a few minifigures. There's the pilot. Then there's the captain. And there's like the captain's wife. And then there's the captain's son. Just a bunch of minifigures I've made. Barrel with a few weapons. You have stairs here, which you can walk down to the sides, which have doors to go into the captain's cabin. We'll look into that a little later. Most of the upper decks are built with the normal 1-wide bricks. It's just about here, and then all down, these walls are 2x2 bricks of white and gray. And then I ran out of those, so then I used 1-wide bricks. You can also fit a lot more space using 1-wide bricks than 2-wide bricks. So there's that. There's 7 cannons on here. I have 3 pirate ships, and this is my 7 cannons that I've collected from those 3 ships. They're all the spring ones. So you got the captain's cabin, then there's a little window there. Then you can come down 2 more stairs cases, and you got this big deck here. On this deck, there's holes to go down into the 2 lower levels. There's ladders there. I'll show you those in a little bit. There's holes on both the main masts. Then I just got a little rowboat here, barrels with stuff. Here I actually made a hatch. So if you wanted to put like animals or maybe cannons, you have a hatch here. So you can go down to the lower levels with big items. And I actually have another hatch as well. So you can go all the way down to the bottom floor, which is the gray floor. The gray is all one floor, and there's the white, which is all one floor. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-story ship. 6 if you want to count the crow's nests. So you got that deck. In the back here, under the captain's cabin, I have 2 more cabins for the first mate and the second mate. There's a little hallway in there you can walk in. And then there's doors there going into the cabins. Up here at the front, there's a little door there, which goes into what I made like a dining hall-ish. It's kind of ugly. I built the ship and then didn't feel like decorating the inside, so it's all just thrown together and not very good. But you got stairs to go up, and you got another little deck here, which has a barrel and a ladder to go up the mast. That's pretty much all the exterior. There's not much to talk about it. There's a rudder. I got cannon holes on the back, and there are 7 more cannon holes on the side. On the other side, I just don't have cannons to fill it. But anyway, I guess let's getting on to the inside. First of all, you gotta attach some of these ropes. So I gotta attach this rope, and that allows you to take this floor off. The lighting's poor. So then you got the captain's cabin. There's not much in here. There's a chest full of gold. Don't know if you can see that. Chest full of gold. There's a little bed I think I built. I have a desk there and that little under the stairs. I have a little weapon stand there. And then I have a little stand for the captain's sword there. And that's pretty much all in the captain's cabin. I have a pillar here in the center. So all the masts have pillars running through all the floors. So I can press on these main masts, and there's a pillar running all the way down to the bottom. So if I press on the top, and hopefully not too hard, I can strengthen it and it won't bust through the floors. So that's the captain's cabin. Then under that, I like to put all my studs for attaching floors on one end of the floor. So these are just on the back. So you can just easily pull up on one side, and it just comes off easily. So then I got a first mate's cabin, which is pretty big. You walk in there. My sister was occupying it. She got the chest there with a bunch of beds. And then I got a second mate's cabin, which is mine. It's a little smaller, but it still has 2 beds. So that's all for this cabins. So now we're gonna move to the front. Take the front off. We gotta go up here and detach another rope or chain. I ran out of ropes, or some of my ropes weren't the right length, so I used chains. None of these are really wrapped anywhere. They're all just about the right lengths. So now on the front, for some reason it's tight, so it's going to be a little harder to actually take off. So I should be able to grab right here though. And this floor isn't attached in any way, it's just tight in there, and it just comes off. So then I got a sort of mess hall in here. There's just some tables, a little bar with a few cups and a pot. And that's all that's here. You can see the pillar in the center that goes down from the mast. I made sure those were in the exact spot. But this floor actually comes out again. Oops, that's just the table. I wanted the floor. Should come out again. Yeah, it's slowly sliding out. For some reason, it's really tight in here. They're not actually attached, but they're just tight in here in the front. But this floor comes out, the table in the front splits, and you can sort of see down farther, but there I got 2 brigs, so you don't have to take off this whole deck. This from here to here is all one deck. You don't have to take off that to throw somebody in the prison. I'll just throw my younger brother's person in prison. Yeah. So now the hard part. So I'm actually gonna have to set my phone down. See if I can set it down in a good spot. Yeah, I'm gonna have to set this down so I can actually get the floor off. But anyway, it's just attached in the back, and it's wedged up in the front. And then this just picks up here. For some reason it's tight. And then the whole thing comes off. The 2 main masts come off. You may have noticed this says garage on the side. Somehow I have 2 1x8 bricks that say garage on it. So I was originally going to put them on the back, but then I forgot I needed to add windows. So then they got moved to the sides. So I got 1 on this side, and I got 1 on this side. So now let's put this down and get the floor off. There we go. So now the floor's off. I really got to use 2 hands because those tall masts might fall off. But this is one of the lower decks. I kind of got crates thrown around here. But I was going to use those to put searching individual crew members' money in, and I put some beds there. There's one of the crew members there. And there's my 7 cannons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's the brig. I put plates here to attach the cannons. Here's the masts that go all the way down with ladders. There's the 2 back cannon holes and the 7 there. So as you can see, this is all 2x2 bricks that are attached here. And then there are 1 wide bricks that started up. And then that's the inside of the sloped front. There's the 2 brig doors. And then here's the hatch to go down all the way again. I just connected those with like Technic piece pins and those 2x2 plates. It's attached on the bottom of the floor and the bottom of that. And then we get to go to the next floor, which I'm going to have to set this down again. So the next floor is just this gray bit here. It's not very big, and I don't exactly have anything down there. As I said, I built this ship and then kind of got bored of decorating it, so then I didn't get the interior done. This is also my own idea, or not my own idea, but I didn't use instructions. This all came out of my head. I've built some before, but they've been about normal ship size of what Lego usually makes for ships. This, I came up with the idea to make the giant one because I recently watched all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, and this is what I came up with. Anyway, I'll set this camera down again and I'll get to the last floor. The last floor. So the ladders are actually attached to the second floor, so I had to pop them off so they didn't break because they go down, extend down to here. But the last floor is just completely gray. I got a little outfit there and just 3 chests full of gold coins. There's not much about it. The shafts go all the way down. Me and my brother did try to float this ship. It didn't work. He keeps picking on me about it, but I keep telling him I didn't make it to float. I just wanted a big ship. So let's see if I can slide all these floors near the area so you can sort of see just all the floors piled here. There's a lot of layers, and you could really decorate this ship a bunch if you wanted to. I just didn't do it. Yeah, this is just my sort of custom build video. Kind of lazy, but my ship's cool. I spent like 3 to 4 days straight, not 24 hours straight, but any spare time I had putting the ship together, building it brick by brick. Yep, this is my custom build giant ship. I hope you liked it. If you did, consider leaving a like. It helps encourage me. Also, I'd like to thank you very much for 300 subscribers. That's the reason this video exists, is because you're subscribed or because you watched, and it encourages me to keep making videos because I know you're going to watch because you're subscribed. So thank you for subscribing. I'm really happy I got to 300. I can't wait to see how long it takes, long or quick it takes me to get to 400. If you like this, consider subscribing. I keep making random, just custom build things that come to my mind. I always have a bunch sitting around. I just don't have the time to make a video of it, or I'm just lazy and take my time to make a video. Probably lazy. So this is what I got. Don't know if it's interesting or not, but here it is. Thank you for watching, I guess, and bye for now.